Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Follow a Sketch February for February 9th. This is the sketch for today. It's designed by Noella. Right here, it is a 2-photo sketch. There is an L design. I'm going to semi-follow this. I'm probably going to put my photos together. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have pulled out some papers and such things. We're going to get this layout done. This is flat layout light. There's going to be a little bit of texture on here, but not a whole lot because we're still busting through those 2022 albums. Now, I will say sketches are fabulous if you want to bust through some projects, right? Like, say you have got a project that is looming over you and you're like, what the heck? I don't want to do this. Use sketches. You don't have to think, you just do, right? Your biggest decision is what kind of paper you're going to use. You don't have to think about the layout. You don't have to think about any kind of design choices if you're worried about that kind of thing. You just use the sketch and go. So I am super pleased to be using the sketches right now to get through my 2022 albums. These are papers from Photoplay, and also I pulled out the scrap papers from the tote that I keep Alex's military stuff in to do his albums. And I will say, doing this layout, even though it has nothing to do with the military, really makes me want to get into his album some more and tell some stories. Because there's a lot of stories that haven't been told, and there's a lot of photos, and there's a lot of memorabilia for him, and he just re-signed again. My little Marine, my little staff sergeant, has a lot of stories that need to be told. So anyway, doing this made me want to do that. So these photos are actually when I worked at Hobby Lobby. This is a 4th of July display that I made that went and sat on top of the registers. And it is just a lot of fluffy things, right? A lot of fluffy things in a silver floral container. And the photo next to it is actually Christmas pics, because while I was making these displays and people were buying like the full display, and I had to keep making them. And then people were buying parts of it, like pulling things out, and I had to keep filling it. But while that was happening, the Christmas pics started to arrive. So this is June, I want to say, where I was fully involved in 4th of July work, and then Christmas was coming on. So needed to document that because I thought it was wild. It's interesting because there was even the next time it came in even earlier. There was Christmas stuff in March before I left the Hobby Lobby in California to move to Washington. So it's just kind of wild. So I'm documenting that. I'm using these kind of foiled letter stickers and to just spell out July 4th as my title. Now in the sketch, the title is a little bit further up and kind of across the page in its own title block. I wasn't feeling that. I felt like my title needed to be down closer to my photograph, so I went ahead and did that. I'm also not using that rickrack kind of design on the right-hand side of the page. Didn't really feel like I needed it. I felt like I had a lot already going on in this layout. There's a lot of different patterns, even though a lot of them are star patterns, repeated star patterns. I just didn't feel like I needed that extra piece. I am using these Vicki Boutin watercolor markers to color up the chipboard stars. I'm going to end up coloring 2 of them. And I end up getting some nice red on my fingers that I went and tried to wash off, and it didn't wash off too well. But I am going to leave the stars like this. I toyed with the idea in my head of embossing them so that they would be nice and shiny. But like I said, we're in get the layouts finished, get the project done mode. So I did not emboss them. just left them their red color. I am going to glue them down to the corner down here. Now in the sketch, there's a lot of decorative bits on this corner, right? I am thinking that there could be some rhinestones, you could do florals, you could do rub-ons, you could do doilies, you could do so much fancy stuff in this corner. Just wasn't feeling it. Plus, I felt like if I put too much fancy stuff here down in the corner, it would have competed with the photo, and I really want you to see that big honkin' display photo. Like, I want that to be what you focus on. So I'm going to get those stars on there. Some of them are going to be tucked underneath of the baker's twine. Some will be on top. And I'm digging it, right? Now I decide that I need to go ahead and get some journaling down here. So I'm going to grab a white pen. This is a Uniball Signo pen, and I am going to put my journaling right on top of the blue words right here, which is a little bit over to the left, a little bit more over to the left than what the sketch calls for, but you can definitely tell where I got my inspiration from the sketch. So I'm going to get that journaling finished, and then that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me for Follow a Sketch February. It's been quite the number of years. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.